Good morning again, my beloved students. This is teacher Mustafa, and this is the second session of the elements of poetry. Now we're going to talk about the figurative language. Figurative language? What do you mean, mister? We know the English language, the German language, the French language, but this is the first time we've ever heard of something called the figurative language. Mister, is this a new language? Did you invent it yourself? No, guys, no, it's some poetry. It's an element of poetry, okay? So let's know what is the figurative language. A figurative language creates pictures by making comparisons. So it creates pictures by making comparisons. Oh, creates picture by making comparisons. So if I put on a drawing board, will it draw a picture on itself, mister? No, guys, no. It creates a mental pictures into your mind. Like when I say, the boy is as brave as a lion. So here you imagined a boy very brave as a lion. So you got two images in your mind, the boy and the lion, right? Those are the pictures that we create using a figurative language. One of the figurative languages is simile. And look at this example that I'm going to write here. The boy is as a lion. And here the boy is fearless like a lion. Here, all the words are the same, aren't they? Huh? What do you think? Very good. We have as here in the first sentence, and we have like in the second sentence. Very good. So just those two words are different, but everything else is the same. So do you think that those two words are used in the simile? Yes, very good. Those two words are used in a simile. So a simile is to compare the boy to the lion. Very good. Two things, using what or what? Using as, very good, or like, very good. So the simile is to create how many things? Two things, very good. Using what or what? As or like, very, very good. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you for that. Here, okay. As you can see here, a comparison using like or as. Talk of your cold through the parka's fold. It
May I
stabbed
have
like a
your
driven
attention,
nail.
please? All passengers and staff.
Talk of your cold through the parka's folded stab like a driven nail. Okay, here, where is as or like? Huh? Huh? Very good, like a driven nail. Very good, very, very good. Uh-huh. Now, but let's here see. What he's comparing here, what to what? He's comparing what to what? He's comparing talk of your cold. So he's comparing the cold to a what? To a nail driven through the what? The parka's fold. So the cold can even get into your parka, into your jacket, like a nail. Got it? When you put a nail in the wood and you just hammer it, so the cold can get into your parka as the nail can get into the wood. Okay? Now the metaphor. Oh, metaphor. Let's wait a minute. We studied that before. Do you remember? It's describing one thing as if it were another. Like when I say, he is a lion. He is a lion. Really? Is this a true sentence? Can someone be a lion? Can someone identify as a lion? Impossible, right? So here, when I say he is a lion, that's a metaphor. I mean, I say something and I mean another thing. The other thing that I mean that he is brave, he's courageous. He is very brave like a lion. Okay? Here, let's read the example. The moon was a ghostly gallowing, tossed upon cloudy seas. So the moon was a ghostly gallowing, really? Can the moon be a gallowing? Very good. It's not. We don't mean that at all. Very good. The extended metaphor. The metaphor that extends throughout the entire poem instead of just a few lines of poem. A metaphor that extends throughout the entire poem instead of just a few lines of the poem. Okay? And also we talk about something, but we mean something else. So we describe one thing as if it's something else. Now, the personification. From the name, what are the first 5 letters here? Can you see them? Person. 6 letters, sorry, my bad. So person, right? So it has the word person. So you think that it has human qualities or doesn't have human qualities? Very good. It has human qualities. So the personification giving or gives human characteristics to something non-human. To something non-human. Like, and the stars are heard, were dancing heel and toe. Can the stars dance? Can they dance? Of course they cannot. No star can dance at all. So here, he's using personification as if the stars were humans and those humans were dancing. Do the stars have heels and toes? No, very good. So he said he personificate the stars as humans dancing with their ears and toes. The allusion. The allusion is when an author or poet refers to a famous person, place, or thing in history. Like if some author said the pyramids. So is this an allusion or not? If some author said Burj Khalifa, this is an allusion or not? Yes, very good. Here, for example, the Midas touch. This is also a historical thing. It's also an allusion. Okay. Now we have a question. What figures are used to describe the following here? My love is like a rose. Like. We use what? The simile, the metaphor, or the personification? It's a simile. Very good. It's a simile. Great. Our love bloomed in the garden. Can a love bloom? Can a love bloom? Very good. Do we have like or as? No. Very good. So I guess it can work as a metaphor and it can work but it can't work as a personification, actually. It cannot at all. Okay, this is a metaphor, guys. This is a metaphor. Okay, because he means, that the love is bigger now. So it's a metaphor. Also here, the rose tipped its head as we passed by. Now, do roses have heads? Who have heads? Yes, humans have heads. So because humans have heads, it's a what? It's a personification. Very good. It's a personification. Very good. This is a metaphor. This one is a metaphor, guys. The second. Okay. Great. Now let's move on to something else. the mood and the tone. The mood and the tone. They are the feelings of the author's words, choices that give the poem. Okay? They are the feelings, the author's words, choices give the poem. Here, the only other sounds, the sweep of easy wind and downy flake. The woods are lovely, dark and deep. So here, what is the mode or the tone? Is it a sad tone or a happy tone and a merry tone? Huh? Do you remember in Ivy's journal, we studied that. And we said those words are negative or positive. Is she sad or is she happy? So here, is he calm and relaxed or is he angry? Yes, very good. He is calm, relaxed, maybe sad because of the word dark and deep, right? But he's mainly calm and relaxed. Okay. Now let's go for the theme. So what is the theme? We all know this, huh? The theme is, huh? Yes, is what we learn from the story. But in poetry, the theme is the central or main idea of the poem. The central or main idea of the poem. And to identify a poem's theme, ask yourself, what ideas or insights about life or human nature you have found in the poem? Okay, what ideas about life or human nature have you found in the poem? Okay, you ask yourself that, and then the answer, it will be the theme of the story. So, to revise, the figurative language is when words do not mean exactly what they say. Like our love bloomed. Can love, a feeling bloom? What blooms? A rose, right? So love can't possibly bloom. So this is a figurative language. The reader has to interpret the words to understand the meanings. So they are not straightforward. You have to make your brain work a bit. This is the opposite of literal language. Literal language, when I say open the door, that means open the door. But can I say open your heart? Can someone literally open his heart? Or I'm asking you to speak clearly and honestly? Yes, very good. Like when I say open your heart, I don't mean, come on, get a knife and open your heart. No, I mean speak from your heart. Speak honestly. Very good, guys. Now, why is figurative language important? It is used by writers to help the reader understand ideas that are difficult to explain with literal language. As you can see here, guys, in the metaphor here, where's our love bloomed? Oh, here, it's here. Yes, our love bloomed in the garden. Does this give you a good feeling, a sense of relaxation, or our rose bloomed in the garden? If you read our rose bloomed in the garden, what will you understand? That two people or more grow, they have grown a rose in the garden and it has bloomed. Hooray, bravo. But our love bloomed in the garden. You will understand that this poem is about a love story. And that love story is now growing and expanding and becoming a beautiful thing, right? So this is hard to explain in literal language. So shall he say, our love grown in the garden? Can the love grow in the garden? Or just our love grew in the hearts? No, this will give a better imagery. Our love bloomed in the garden. Okay, as if you can see an amazing red rose growing in the garden. Okay. Now we will go for the idioms. I'm sure that you know the idioms, like piece of cake, You know, there are many things. You know, the easiest one is piece of cake. And you always say that, okay? So idioms are phrases which people use in everyday language, which do not make sense literally, but we understand what they mean. Like when I say piece of cake, what did you understand? Okay, mister, shall I eat this piece of cake? No, come on, guys. Piece of cake means so easy peasy lemon squeezy. Very good. Very good. So the phrases which people use in everyday language, which do not make sense literally, but we understand the hidden meaning. Remember, idiom is like idiot. Sayings even idiots understand and don't take literally. Okay. Now, those are some idioms. Take your time to read them. Okay. You can simply pause the video and complete it later. Okay. Just take the time to read it. Okay. Here also, as you can see, kindly pause the video, and when you're done, complete it. Yes. Here also, this is another idiom. Wolves have ears. Wolves have ears. It means that there are spies everywhere. There are spies everywhere, man. Okay. Huh? Take your time also, stop the video, then read all of that, then complete the video. Flip the bird. What does it mean, flip the bird? Can you flip a bird upside down? Can you do that? So it has an idiomatic meaning. Read it. Piece of cake. That's something all of you know it. I'm really sure of that. Hit the books. Okay, so we got to the end. So let's sum up what we studied today. Poetry, poetry includes, okay, what is poetry first? Poetry are words that are arranged into lines and they express ideas or feelings. You know, for like up to 4 lines can make a stanza. 4 lines or 5 lines or 3 lines maybe can make a stanza, but mainly 4 or 5. Okay, 4 or 5 lines can make a stanza, and each stanza has a central idea. Okay, it has 5 things. The rhythm is the pattern of sounds. The rhyme is the repetition of sounds at the end of the words. Rhyme scheme is the repetition of sounds at the end of the lines. Now, notice the difference between the rhyme and the rhyme scheme. The rhyme, the sounds at the end of the words, but the rhyme scheme at the end of the lines. The sound effects include repeated sounds and words that imitate sounds, that are like sounds, okay? Different words with the same sound. The figurative language is the language that expresses unusual or unexpected meanings, okay? Here, I need you guys to talk about this. How poetry is different from informational texts. How is it? In the informational text, do we talk about facts or fiction? Facts, very good. But in poetry, there is some fiction. Very good. There can be some facts, but mainly it's about fiction because our love blooms. Can love bloom in the garden? Of course not. Can you plant love? Of course not. What will you feed it? Right? Okay, so here, the elements of poetry are four things: the rhythm, the sound effect, the figurative language, and the text structures. The rhythm is the beat of the poem's words and syllables. The sound effects are rhyme and onomatopoeia. The rhyme is the words that have the same end sounds. Words, remember that, words. But the rhyme scheme are lines. Rhyme scheme are lines. The onomatopoeia are words that imitate sounds. Different words, same sounds. Like sun and sun, okay? No, not done and sun, sorry, like done and sun. Yeah, maybe that's the onomatopoeia. Text structures, lines and stanzas. The lines are lines in the poem, but the stanzas are a group of lines. The figurative language, such as the simile and the metaphor. The simile compares two things using like or as, but the metaphor compares two things without using like or as. Very good. Without using like or as. Like our love bloomed. So he's comparing the love to a flower or a rose that blooms. Here, what do you think here? We have insight, wandered, passage, adventure, and curiosity. Take an interest. The idiom is take an interest. Which one do you think will work? Take your time. Take an interest. Is it insight, passage, curiosity? Which do you think? It is curiosity. Very good. It is curiosity. Now, all over the map, he's lost and he can't find his way. So, which one? Which one? It is, wandered. Very good, guys. Wandered. Great. Now let's go for the third one. One sharp cookie. One sharp cookie. What is it? One sharp cookie is insight. Very good. It's insight. Number 4 and 5, off the beaten path. Someone is off the beaten path. So he is in a what? In a passage or in an adventure? In an adventure. Very good. And the last one is a passage. And the last one is a passage. Okay. Thank you guys for today's period. It was an amazing period. And I will see you again on Wednesday. I will miss you a lot, guys. Thank you for watching this video and thank you for tolerating them not here. I want you to know that I love you so much, guys. I'll see you soon. Take care and stay safe. Bye.